Hello, Galaxy! Chris Pirillo here, just fidgeting. Making sure I'm actually streaming a new live video as opposed to what I did in the other channel with the unboxings of the LG... Oh, my bad. I already unboxed the LG V30. Not the Nexus. Dang, man. Can we just do this again? We can't because it's live. Unboxed the Pixel 2 and the Pixel 2 XL. I don't have either one of them really set up. Those videos should be still there. We had a slight snag wherein I started to basically stream the second live stream in the Chris Pirillo YouTube channel, youtube.com/Chris Pirillo. And I apparently picked up on the old live stream. So effectively, we're going to have to clip them. It shouldn't be a problem. Hopefully, we'll have that done for everybody within a few hours. May have to wait overnight. But the video will be there to watch relatively quickly. The videos, eventually. Though the video that we had to re-upload to the Chris Pirillo channel, the second part, where we had tons of super chats, it's going to be a lower resolution. It'll be like 360p, because that's the only way to download a live video from YouTube. I can't change that necessarily. I can't control that. But thank you very, very, very much for tuning into the live feeds. We had like over 600 people tuning in. Says offline on Twitch. I'm not on Twitch right now. That would be why I'm offline on Twitch. I'm doing TLDR. Twitch will be after. Of course, I'm talking to Speeding Cheetah. Speeding Cheetah may not be able to hear me, although it seems that Zach can hear me. I know we're doing a lot today, so thank you everybody for being patient for that. I answered a few pixel-oriented questions already, but would be happy to potentially answer a few more for you during this broadcast. This is a Q&A with you and me, an AMA every day. Very happy to do that. You can join Discord chat right now if you want, as long as the server synchronizes. Head over to twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo and sub to me. And, of course, you can stay there, follow me, and then from Twitch, and then you'll get notifications when I live stream the podcast recordings, which is what I'm going to do after we do TLDR. It's going to be a late-night podcast recording. And then you could also become a patron of mine by heading over to patreon.com/Chris Pirillo. You can play it from your phone, then grab it via QuickTime from your Mac, save it full resolution. Oh, that's a good idea, but it would take a hell of a lot of work. I don't know if we're going to want to go that far with it. I thank you, though. So, 2 ways to join Discord chat, open 24/7, patreon.com/Chris Pirillo, and or twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo. Duff's Wildlife asks with a regular chat on YouTube, and I say regular because we also have Discord chat, obviously. Does the background of the 2XL screen look far away? How does it look far away? Hang on, let me check. Oop. Looks like a screen to me. Let me guess. Oh, I thought, a dog picture. Oh, there we go. I like the setups back here. This is really nice to have chat back here with the photos. Looks fine to me. I don't know what I'm looking for necessarily. If I'm looking at it from a distance, it looks like a screen. Thank you, Kylo Ren, for reminding everybody to like this video. I'm very glad you did that. Patrick Nori asks, iPhone 8 Jank versus Pixel 2 XL Jank. Who did it better? I can't tell you outright. I don't see. I haven't noticed anything that would be incredibly jarring. I have to do more side-by-side comparisons between these two devices to know. I mean, certainly with the iPhone 8, I'm used to its jank, but I'm not sure. Let's see here. I'm gonna try something. Yeah, I'm seeing if there's like kind of not a perfect animation in rotation with especially with those buttons as they come into focus. These are the tests that I do. It's not horrible. Although it dimmed on me, I don't like that. That's the problem when I'm doing different tests in different lighting conditions. It's falling asleep on me. Don't fall asleep. Wake up. Yeah, it seems to be a bit like some screen tearing in the animation in terms of going from landscape to... See, that's weird too. I just think they need to polish the software a bit more. Because you get a rounded corner over here, but not a rounded corner over there because of the software buttons. That's just a little weird. I also don't want the screen to fall asleep. but you have to touch it in order to not interact with it. Nate W. Thibodeau comes in with a super chat after Santiago Hinojosa. Third Chris Perillo live stream in a row. Great night. I know. Tell me about it. Nate also says, welcome to the Pixel family. Thank you, Nate. I'm pretty sure I'm here to stay. I have to get to use these things a little more. I have to know what it is that I'm seeing. And I don't know if I've certainly not had enough experience with the two. Someone asked somewhere, like, how did the backs feel? They feel the same and they feel fine. I got the black one, the just black. I'm happy with just black. Very, very, very just black. And, of course, you've got, a lot of people who are talking about their experience. This is another reason why I like keeping the chat up. Matt Tanucci comes in with, he says, just a small donation to the Pixel Fund. Super chat wasn't working for me in the Lockergnome channel. Welcome to Android, by the way. Thank you. This is the Lockergnome channel. Not the Chris Perillo channel. Is that what you meant? Yeah, thank you. I've been using Android for some time, off and on and lightly, but never really something that I felt compelled that, it would make a compelling platform switch for me. But this may be changing everything. Let's see here. I can turn off animations and see what happens there. I know I can try a different launcher for some of these issues. But hopefully it'll get. Eddie recommended or suggested that it would get better over time. Dubs Wildlife says, does the background on the screen lock look sunken in? If I look at it at a distance, no. Seems like it's right there on the surface. I don't know. I guess everything seems fine. I don't know what I'm looking for, but it seems like it's there. It seems like I can interact with it on top. See, this is what I'm saying. When you're using the phone, the bezels just kind of disappear. That, to me, it's fine. The rounded corners, if anything, is what would drive me nuts, potentially. And I'm not sure if that's going to be an ongoing issue, or just, an issue that I'm seeing specifically when I'm using the device outright. But yeah, this is fine. Speeding Cheetah asks in Discord chat if I was considering the Huawei Mate 10 Pro. It may be in the device fund. If enough people ask for it, it is entirely possible. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a review unit for it. I'm not even sure if they're going to make it available in the U.S. I honestly, I can't remember if there's been a lot of news over the past few weeks. Although I do remember, talking to somebody about getting the Note 8 to review. I'd take a review unit on that. Though again, I probably wouldn't be spending too much time comparing the screens as much as I would be talking about the general software experience. I do keep kind of going back to the Pixel 2 XL over the Pixel 2. I mean, not just because I've been using it more frequently, but everything seems to be just as fast, like in terms of getting in and out of apps and everything. So there's no skipping outright, no jank outright. But again, I got to get into using it on a regular basis and start using some apps and start downloading things and start doing things and start trying things. Michael says, sunken is as if the panel in the front glass had a gap, but great that you can't see issues. Maybe I guess so. I guess if I'm looking hard at it. But it seems like if I'm looking at an angle and the camera app icon looks like it's sitting right there on the surface at a distance, at an angle. Maybe it's a little sunken in. But that's me like really concentrating on it. Maybe, I don't know. I guess that's not an issue for me. Some of these things are just non-issues, I guess, for me. Pez Liz says, comes in with a super chat, says, thanks for everyone for being awesome in chat. Yes, thank you, everybody. See, that's the thing. I don't know. A Mate 10 Pro is, again, I'm going for super software experiences. That is my primary focus. That's what I want to see more of, not less of. And so I don't know how the Mate software experience is going to trump everything. I've talked about how, I'm going to improve the cameras, even though they're great cameras on the Pixels, improve the cameras by using Moments lenses, which work on a lot of smartphone cameras. I don't know if they work on the Galaxy ones. You got to use the Moments case with them. But yeah, that's the deal. Timey Wimey asks in chat, you already got the Pixels? Dude, where have you been? I did they were officially 2 live streams in the other YouTube channel, but it turned out just being one long live stream at this point. We'll end up swiping them down into 2. But let's see here. Gustavo Barbosa says, "How does the fingerprint sensor compare to the iPhones?" It's not a button. There's no clickiness to it. I haven't set it up because I skipped through a lot of that as I was setting up the phone or getting it going. So I can't compare the fingerprint sensor outright, but I'll absolutely get to that. Alex Estrada asks, "Can you get on the internet?" Not right now. I haven't connected it to Wi-Fi. That's a whole process that I don't even want to begin to get into right now. Can't super chat anymore. Oh no, Tony. That's sad. Sorry to hear that. Tonuch says, in both channels. Yeah, in both channels. We got youtube.com/Lockergnome and youtube.com/Chris Pirillo. This is the Lockergnome channel. The other one's the Chris Pirillo channel. There's a lot of Chris Pirillo to go around. I'm in more than one channel. I have to say that, though. I don't know. Maybe what I need to do is just go back to, one video a day in the other channel, or two videos, one short video and one live one. Maybe I need to do that. I don't think that's a good idea. I think a lot of people would get flooded out. See, Liz, I'm with you on that one. Kedar Brooks says, to the Pixel Fund, great job on the streams today. #Lockergnome. Because I in the live streams, I licked the Pixel 2 and the Pixel 2 XL. So what's interesting is that doesn't rotate the screen, the always on display, or is it ambient display? Doesn't rotate. That's kind of interesting. Not, it's a deal breaker. Pixel's reminding me to set up, though. Pixel 2 setup's not done. You have to do so many things. That's interesting. Thank you, though, Kedar, for watching all the live streams today. Check out the new power off layout. I did the juiciest of OJs. I do that to you all the time. The juiciest of J's. It's OFJ, and I read it as OJ. It's neat. I showed this off in the other video. But it slides in from the side, very slick, fluid animation, very clean, in and out. I will be tweaking animation speed for sure. Part that confuses me is the Chris Pirillo channel has the hashtag Lockergnome or /Lockergnome domain. I know, dude. It's a whole long story as to why we have two channels. But yeah, David Bui, whoa, comes in with a gigantic super chat. Wow. Okay. He says, "Wow, third stream in a row. Thank you, Lockergnome team. Still a Patreon supporter. Thank you, David. You're on Patreon. You should be in Discord chat. You got to jump in there, man. Unless you already are, and I don't see you. But thank you, David. Wait until you see this. Wait until you see David's color. You can tell how much a super chatter someone is depending on the color of their super chat. But this has been a very good night for me to be able to pay off at least one of these pixels. Both of them, we're not quite there yet. But eventually, hopefully, we will get there. Eventually, hopefully. Maybe with the Pixel book as it arrives here at the end of the month. I don't think I'm going to do a live dedicated unboxing of the Pixel cases, but as I alluded to, I'm probably going to be using the Moment cases instead of the basic Google cases that they sent me. My Ticino's a little cold, but I still enjoy it. It's nice to sip on. I wish I had I need to have some kind of, my one of my kettles, my electric kettles up here. Can you play a video on the 2XL in landscape mode? I'm not online, and I don't think it comes with any video, so I can't. Let me swipe away. But, audio sounds great on it, as I pointed out in the other video. I'll definitely be watching video, as I'm getting things set up. I'll be looking for jank differences in terms of performance between the two. See, the thing is I'd feel the same way as I did about the 6S and the 6S Plus. I went with the 6S because I found it had better performance, and the 6S Plus just didn't. It couldn't handle the pixels being pushed across the screen. I don't know if I'm going to have the same experience with these two devices, because remember, I'm all about that software experience, and I just as soon have a smaller resolution and a better performer. But look, that's what I'm saying. David came in at a hefty super chat there. Man. Tech for your needs says, "I've been watching you for the longest time. I enjoy your content." Thank you. Hopefully you're subscribed everywhere. I do appreciate that. Shakib Saeed said, "You mentioned something about showing the lens in the last video. Are those for the Pixel 2 phones?" Showing the lens? I don't know if I showed the lens. I'm getting the lenses for Moment. They're not just for Pixel phones, though. If you look at the Moment website, I know they're at Moment on Twitter. But you'll see you can get a variety of cases for a lot of flagship phones, and you can use their lenses with your phone. So effectively, I'm going to have the best of all worlds with this particular device, at least as far as cameras are concerned. So some of its shortcomings aren't necessarily going to be as much of a shortcoming. I'll have the options. So what's interesting is this: the top part, this glass part here, is a fingerprint magnet. Boy, and maybe I'm just holding it differently than I did the. Maybe it is why. Maybe I'm holding it differently, because it was definitely smudgy. Something that you could, of course, protect with the case compared to the 6. I'm losing track of things. I've been streaming way too long today. Hang on. Let me see the nits. Let me see how bright each one gets. If I notice the difference. Okay, am I? Oh man. Okay, that up all the way. It seems that the Pixel 2 XL is just a bit brighter. I don't know if that would necessarily be a deal breaker for me outright, but I just notice these small things. I can't say that like the frame rate issue is a little off-putting. I see some dropped, some weird animations, like the timing just seems to be off for whatever. Tyler Dietrich asks, how smooth is the OS? It's as smooth. This is as smooth as iOS easily, but I haven't done a billion things on it either. If I swipe up and go to calculator here, it's clean. Rotation's relatively clean. Yeah, it kind of, I don't know, it seems to kind of skip on rotation. I don't know if I noticed the same kind of skipping on the I gotta learn how to unlock these dang things. And get my, I'm pressing the volume button. Gotta get my bearings. See, this is something that I noticed, but there seems to be a different animation timing potentially, or just a different frame rate issue. Maybe not. Maybe it's about the same. It's clean. It doesn't feel horrible. It doesn't feel as bad as iOS feels. I can tell you that much right now. That has annoyed the hell out of me. So I'm seeing a lot smoother animations in general between the Pixels and the iPhones for sure. Let's see here. We've got another question. Timey-wimey. Are any of the other new Google products in the Pixel Palooza fund as well? I looked, but I have horrible memory. Yes, any of the Pixel products, any of them, including the Pixel Book, and eventually, potentially the Home as well, which I would get it. Yeah, thank you, Corey. Shopmoment.com. That's the website. That is okay to share. That is okay to absolutely post. For sure. They look smooth from there, but remember, you're watching at 30 frames per second. I'm seeing it up close and in person at 60 frames per second. I'm just saying I'm not sure if it's as smooth as it could be. I wouldn't count it as jank necessarily, but it could be an animation timing that could absolutely be improved. These are things that I will document, as I pointed out. And some of the questions that are being asked are obviously from people who did not watch the other videos. We have John Ayako asking, what about the multi-window? It works fine. Even rotation works fine with the multi-window, as I demonstrated in the other live videos tonight. Yap App 7 says, not sure if you said this earlier, but did your Google Home Mini come with your Pixel 2 shipment? No. They are allegedly going to be sending a code for me to redeem. How fast is the shutter speed on the rear-facing camera? I've not tested the cameras outright. I really want to kind of get things set up and rocking and rolling before I do outright. Han Solo's blaster, always good to see. Solo. Stefan Large comes in with a super chat saying, enjoy your Pixel. I will. How's the reachability on the 2XL? Asks Fucho the Clown. I feel that I need to use the lawn chair. Like, I wish Lawn Chair is a launcher that just basically launched. That has those types of features, so I can swipe up to get the app drawer, but I kind of wish I could swipe down to get notifications. Minus that, I could set it up to use the fingerprint sensor on the back, so that's not as big of a deal. So for reachability, that might help. I don't know if there's a smaller screen mode in this, but reachability is one of those things that I don't use a lot on iOS. But that's me. LOL08 FTW. YapApp7 says, can you explain animation timing? Is it frame pacing or something else? Yeah, effectively, the animation may be 60 frames per second, but it's just not fluid. Like the animation when I press and hold this button, and it comes in, and then if I press, let me do it again. Press and hold, it's smooth coming in, And then if I tap to swipe, basically swipe away, it's smooth going out. This is something that could very well be addressed here I know I unlocked it in that device, but let me go ahead and unlock it in this device. I'm just going to unlock developer settings here. System. What is it? About phone. Android. No, not Android version. Model? No, that's not it. Where is it again? Is it Android version? No. I'm always doing this wrong. Build number. Yeah, build number. I'm now a developer. Okay, so I unlock developer options. Scroll down. No jank, though. I can tell you that in scrolling at all, which is just fantastic. So window animation scale, I can turn it to half. It's at 1x, but I can just turn it in half. You can also turn it off. So basically, I need to turn on rotation there if I had it. So the animations are just faster. They're snappier. So you can actually change the timing of them if you don't like it, and then of course you can also turn them off. That's another thing that I like. Oh, why did I start? Why did I start all the way back at the developer options, all the way over again? Is it because I went into settings that way instead of probably task switching? Maybe that's why. So let's turn off animation. See, animation duration scale, transition animation scale, and window animation scale. So now, when I press and hold, it basically there's no animation. It just appears. There's no animation that comes in. Or if I go in here and I rotate, boom, boom, no animation. So you see the difference between the two. So this to me is actually a little cleaner. If I go with no animation, like boom, just boom, boom, jump, jump. So tap to open and it's open. No waiting for animation. Boom, I'm in. Tap. In, swipe, double tap, double tap. So I tend to, if I do turn down the animations. Oh, sorry. Oh man, I did it again. I wanted to go right back into the developer options. If I do anything, it's usually 5x. So if I choose, and I haven't found the perfect situation for me, but if I say a transition animation scale and window animation scale 5x and 5x, it works. And I basically need to learn like the differences between the two to know which one I like best. But now just some of the things appear and some of the things don't. So let's see if we do that. See, now I go back into developer options. So that's one weird thing about Android. That why would I go back to the default part of settings? Why wouldn't it just jump me back into the most recent state? I don't know if I'd say that's a bug necessarily, but let's do this. Window animation scale. So it's all about tweaking. It's all about finding the sweet spot for you. And so that's finding a sweet spot. That's what I'm saying. So Future of the Clown says, "Oh yeah, it's super snappy." So you've got to find the thing that you want. Go under monitoring profile GPU rendering and turn on screen as bars. Well, that would show me the frame rate effectively, or any kind of frame skips or drops when doing things outright. And so I could, if I swipe into, let's just clear that. I know what you're talking about, because this is the thing that you would use to test outright. I've got window animation scale turned off. I don't want to show taps at all, but it still seems to. See if I can find that particular setting, because it would certainly help in terms of troubleshooting to see where I saw a dropped frame or a skipped frame outright. There it is. Debug GPU overdraw. That's what you asked for, right? GPU rendering. I see. Oh, there we go. Force GPU rendering? No, that's not it. Profile GPU rendering. I'm in the developer options where it would be, but I'm not seeing it. I'll have to get into it later. I got to move on. Hi Chris, what are your thoughts on the Google Chromebook Pixel 2 released in 2015? 4 a.m. in London. Wow, that's really early, Tobor. I guess I don't. I think it's fine. I think it wasn't right for that budget, or at least it certainly wasn't right for me at that budget. I wasn't ready for it, but now I'm ready for a Chromebook, specifically the Pixelbook, when it arrives later this month. That's how I feel. It seemed that for the time it was a little overpriced. Now I think it's more within a reasonable range in terms of what you get for that Pixelbook. Tyler Dietrich says, "Thanks, Chris. I just turned off." Yeah, that's kind of the direction I'm probably leaning. Not turning it off entirely. I usually go to a half step, and that usually kind of minimizes some of the animations. Just waiting, just to give some amount of fluidity, but not over. Patrick Norrie says, I remember when you said that Apple wasn't going to fix the jank with software. Hopefully Google won't let you down. Yeah, I'm hoping so too. There's it's more than just the jank. I mean, you're gonna run into oddities here and there, but it's about the overarching experience. Like what is the totality? And this is where I run into bigger problems with iOS. It's constantly there, and I kind of got used to it. It's definitely still going to be present. It's being able to identify it and replicate it to be able to report it so that it can be further mitigated. And that's something that I'm certainly hoping to be able to do, compiling from the experiences I had on this phone and making bug reports the best way I can and reporting in the best way that I can. If you long press on supported app icons, you get 3D touch-like buttons. That is true. And then you can even drag and drop. Oh, can't you? Oh, yeah, you can drag and drop that out as a shortcut, too. So I just made a shortcut to a new conversation on the screen, and then, of course, you can just remove it like that. Boom. Pretty click, clean, simple, easy. Very, very nice. T_Murray on Twitter is now answering question on Pixel 2 perf. Oh, he's doing it right now? Ezekiel, you may want to tell him, right, I am noticing some perf issues. Just mention it, because I'll be documenting them, but I have noticed a few things that I think need to be looked at, that I will document, I will explain as jank or just UX problems outright. I ran into a couple bugs that I documented in the earlier video. How to minimize the screen, one-handed mode. I'm not sure you can outright on this particular device. But it's snappy. I'll give it that. Snappy and fluid. Everything that I would pretty much hope it to be outright for an Android device, an Android phone. Pinch to zoom on YouTube works, possibly, and plus you can also minimize the video window on Oreo, as well as the YouTube Google Maps directions can be minimized to a picture-in-picture window. Google Maps, PIP. I'm like, dude, that's pretty cool. Michaela Day asks, why are all your videos 1 hour long? Well, first of all, not all of my videos are 1 hour long. And second of all, this isn't Twitter. Oh, he started answering earlier today. Okay, I'll definitely scan back because I'm interested in what he has to say. AJ Singh asked, do you think you'll miss the iMessage feature of iPhones? My whole family and most of my friends, assumedly, and it scrolled off, use it. No, I don't think I will. I don't really use iMessage all that much, and quite honestly, it's annoyed the hell out of me. But, it's possible. I'm not going to say yes, absolutely. It's definitely not as seamless as it could be in working with Mac OS and interoperating potentially with the Android phones. But it's definitely a concern of mine. It absolutely is. I will tell you. It's something that I've always kind of felt strongly about, like in terms of like what it is that I want to use and why. And the seamless nature of it is great, but again, I've discovered that if I can decentralize or decouple those conversations such that they're not on one platform or another, it gives me the flexibility. Here's the thing. I can still communicate with those people. It may not be on iMessage outright, and I've warned people. I'm like, don't, like if they send me an iMessage, I'm like, don't communicate with me here. We also have this account over here. Use that account. So like Facebook Messenger that I can get to from anywhere on anything. And then I don't have to worry about lock-in. And you know what? Nobody's had an issue with it. I may have had like one or two people, and I'm like, I just tell them like, don't. I'm like, I may not see it if you message me here. I'd rather move away from that type of experience for messaging if I could, for a lot of different reasons. Windang says, I'm broke, but still tipping. Hope this helps out. Well, thank you. And if you're, don't try to help me if you're. It's just like I said years ago when someone says, hey, should I spend my life savings on a Mac? And I'm like, no. So thank you again for all your support. Honestly, the only thing I'd really need, is just the fact that you're here. I appreciate everything that everybody does. Jamar D says, who is the person you keep referencing that fixes jank on Android? I don't know if anybody can post here in chat, but it's basically T_Murray is his handle. I thought his name was Tony, but someone corrected me. It's not. But Yeah, that's what it is. Kieran Charrington says, I warn people that I only reply to iMessage and not on Facebook Messenger. It is a personal preference, dude. This is not one size fits all. But here's the thing. I'm in a better position to be more flexible with my device strategy and choices than you might be. And honestly, I don't like the design of iMessage and the way it's going anymore. It just feels like it's way behind. Paulie Acosta says, I was rewatching earlier the 2012 keynote in the iPhone 4S since I knew Chris would be reviewing Pixel today. Watching Forstall was refreshing. Don't Tech My Bed says, why did you skip my message? Because I didn't see it. Timey Wimey says, thank you, Liz. Timey Wimey says, after Pixel Palooza, will there be other phones at the same time as the iPhone 10, or will it be only one at a time? Microsoft, Samsung, etc. I'm working on getting review units, but I think Pixel Palooza is just going to be for the Pixels. Device Fund, I'm looking for a larger strategy. And maybe what I'll do is I'll launch a second general device fund that people can basically donate to on a regular basis. And then those funds will go to the next one. Or they'll be applied to the next one that I may be interested in, or a great majority of people may be interested in, that I know I can at least meet. I was willing to do that with the Pixels because I wanted to try these anyway. I don't have enough money, honestly, to hold on to both of these, though. And that, it kind of makes me sad, because I would love to hold on to both of them. Potentially even say, here, Diana, you're using this Pixel. It's just not going to happen. So I'm going to have to return, after I effectively make my decision, I'm going to have to one or the other. And the fact that it does come down between, it may come down to performance. Like, I know the benchmarks are higher on the smaller screen for games, but like, what games am I playing that I'm going to see the differences on? I don't know if I have an answer to that question outright. Weird. The blue notification turns white as you scroll up. Okay. I need to make note of these things. So I hope someone was logging all my problems, because I need to report these to T_Murray. Don't Tech My Bed says, does it have wireless charging, and the iPhone 8 has it? Okay, look, dude. First of all, I'm not a spec sheet. Second of all, that's a question anybody can answer, and that you can answer directly. I appreciate you asking me. The answer is no, but what you have to understand is you figure out a way to get wireless charging with it. Just like you can figure out with the Moment lenses. We'll give you a telephoto lens, or it'll give you a macro lens, or it'll give you a wide angle lens, or a fisheye lens. There are ways to solve the problem with third-party accessories. I expect Mophie to be doing much like they did with the iPhone. I think they did it with the first-gen Pixel too, creating a battery sled that also has inductive charging. I wish I could have the best of all worlds, but they didn't necessarily make it or make them for the Pixel outright. Man, I'm getting so antsy to set this up. I'm also getting antsy to eat dinner, because it is 8:13 where I am. It is late, and I'm hungry. But instead of eating, I'm talking with you. Just to tell you, that's where you rank in my book. That's how much I appreciate y'all asking questions and supporting me the way that you do. We're talking sport. Okay, let's get off the topic of sports ball. Let's weave back into potentially talking about the Pixels here. RM asks, what feels more comfortable, 8 Plus or 2XL in the hand? The 2. Oh wait, the 8 Plus or 2XL. Sorry, the 2 feels more comfortable. I'm using a battery case on the iPhone 8 Plus. They feel about the same, and they look about the same. Honestly. In terms of which would be more comfortable, I kind of like the feel of, I will tell you this, I like the feel more on the Pixel 2 or the Pixel 2 XL. I really genuinely do. Anthony Guerrero, a bit late to this live stream, can you please set up one of the phones so you can get the true Pixel experience? I will, just not right now. Because, dude, either I'm going to do that and stop paying attention to chat and you will hate it, the video, or not. I'm doing my best to balance things. You will get an initial impressions potentially tomorrow if I'm able to work through everything. And they may be later night videos, but they will be different videos altogether. Hopefully. My God, I can't believe I ran into that problem. Mario Patsalovas, I really messed up your last name. Pixel XL screen issues? ? You'll have to watch my Pixel 2 XL unboxing video. I kind of gave my impressions, and my impression is it's not as big of a deal for me. Just being honest. Oscar the Grouch says, this is literally the best chat in the world. I agree. I love the fact that you're saying that too, because I really feel that we got a good community growing. We have at least 100 people in chat. That's how many people were in Discord from subs earlier. So we've got Discord. See, so I just unlocked my iPhone, right? And what do I see? Jank. I just it's almost predictable, unpredictably predictable. That's so disappointing. I'm not even talking about third-party app experiences. It's just in Jank there. Oh, we now have 103 subscribers. On maybe even more than that. I'll synchronize the server again for chat. Those are Twitch subs, so twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo. They came from there. And then, of course, patreon.com/Chris Pirillo would be the way that you would access the chat room. And then, of course, you get the unique Chris Pirillo emoji. Can't get those on Super Chat on YouTube. Unfortunately, not yet. Let's see here. Did I already answer VT Productions PC Super Chat? I don't think I did. He says, don't forget to turn off iMessage on iPhone before you switch. You won't get iMessages on Android. Yeah, that's true. You got to like turn everything off and down and all that stuff. Kieran Charrington says, iOS 11.1 beta is getting smoother. No, it's not. Ask me how I know. I'm on literally the latest iOS 11 beta. Not only when I unlocked the device did it jank as it went up, but here in a third-party app, admittedly, when I was moving around and it was supposed to slide over smoothly, it janked. So it's just jarring how it happens that way. At least I feel I can report some of these issues that I might perceive on the Pixel to somebody, and they could see this as a usability thing. Nikoi1 channel says he doesn't care about bezel. Go somewhere else. Thank you for saying that. I really appreciate it. Because it's true. I don't care about the bezels. YapApp7 says, how does the Google Play Store compare to iOS Store? Switching and curious about apps and store experience. Different. You can install things even from the desktop or from the web. That's unique. That's very convenient. It's very handy. I feel that it's going to have just about everything that you might need. In what you might be looking for. But that's just me. I don't know if I'd say it performs better outright. Google Play, the app Google Play is not a top performer necessarily. But I think just about everything I might be looking for or would be looking for is there. You do have to be careful. Google Play is managed completely different. Sometimes, especially with lesser popular apps or even popular apps that you wouldn't expect problems with, can have problems, and they could basically do nasty things to your device. Even with Google Play Protect, nothing is 100%. Issues have happened even with Apple. So you just don't think that you can just download anything and everything. That's just not how it works. You see that? Look at that. You can do this in chat. I love it. I love it. Let's see here. I did see something else. That was a pretty good question. Weird. He says, Don't Tech My Bed says, I'm 18. This is the most fun I've had it in a live stream. Very nice. Very happy to have you here. Honestly, I think I like the Google Play Store now more than the App Store. Since the App Store changed, I really don't like the iPhone or the iOS App Store. I really don't. I like the Google Play. I like the way Google Play manages things better. I really do. I like the fact that everything is abstracted as well, the way that Google has handled things. That's just my opinion. That's my perspective. Everybody's going to have a completely different perspective. What's more comfortable in the hand, the 8 Plus or the 2XL? I'd say it's a wash. I picked up the 2 again. I don't have, and it comes down to personal preference. I mean, of course, you've got harder lines with chamfered edges on the 2XL, and I think it's a bit more smooth on the iPhone 8, but I'm not going to take it out of its case right now because I usually use it in a case. But I guess I'm not perceiving any issues. Case hopefully wouldn't, add that much bulk. I'm using the fingerprint sensor back here, but I don't have my fingerprints registered. Everyone says it's fast. AJ Singh says the App Store is now terrible. I can't even get to categories without having to search for it a couple minutes. Not user-friendly at all. I agree. I'm not a fan. I'm not going to be setting everything up, though. Vabishow, or Vabe, Beach, Virginia Beach sucks. Is that your handle? I never figured that out. Soon. I don't know. I think I'll know whether I'm going to use it as a daily driver tomorrow. In fact, what I may do is a trial test. The back feels great. I've talked about feeling the back. Let's move on from the hardware, people. Just because everyone else talks about the hardware, I don't want to talk about what everyone else. That's a lot of Chris Pirillo emoji. That's a ton of Chris Pirillo emoji. Look at that. They're racking up the emoji. This is what they're not. This is fun. Normally in chat, it's all serious and like, well, I use this device and I'm trying that. And have you tried? I mean, it's all, tech talk. And then we get into this. Oh, man. Nikoi One Channel says, I don't like chamfered edges at all. Again, that kind of comes down to a personal preference more than anything. There's the official. There's the official one. That was the, was that the 2 or the 2XL? Oh, that was the 2. You can tell it's the 2 because it said it wasn't the Android Oreo logo that I did on the 2XL. See? AZN dude just joined chat. That's how you do it. You jump in, you join on, you become a sub on Twitch, or you become a patron and you can join right there. It's easy, and then you get to become part of the madness, the Chris Pirillo Cantina madness. Gustavo Barbosa says it's funny to watch a lot of tech YouTubers bragging about iOS latest updates that actually just fixed issues didn't exist on iOS 10. They seem lost. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it got worse. Not better. It got worse. Paul L. Lacosta says, I feel so out of place with the streams today. iPhone on top of desk looking straight at me now, not to get any weird ideas. I'm sorry if you do. Don't worry about the iPhone. It's not going to hurt you. Tabor says, the best thing, is that Tobor from the episode of Frasier? Doubt it. The best thing I love about owning an Apple device, any hardware or software issues, I can usually go to my Apple store. Can you do this with Android? No, but you can do the live chat, the live help chat with the, hang on, if I go in here, that's Google Assist. If I go into, let's see here, if I find it, settings, I can also search for settings. I can go to Google and then yes, I'm in. So if I go settings, type in settings, it should do a local search here, but I don't have it connected. But I can go into settings, and then I think search settings like HELP, and then get support and tips, so I can contact Google support right from within the phone. Built in. You can do that with the Assistant app on iOS. That is true. But more than anything, I'm not expecting that, I'm going to run into too many issues with that. So you can't do the exact same thing, but, it's pretty close. Josh Frey says this phone boots from fully off in 3 seconds. Yeah, I know. Did you see I think it was the 2XL setup? It was crazy. It was insane. I was like, whoa, it's on. It booted so fast, lightning fast. No iPhone has ever booted that fast. None. Oh, man, I'm telling you, man, that was just bickety bam. It was clean. It was definitely nice. They can even remote into the phone to help. See, that's what I'm saying, Speeding Cheetah, and I think it's very, very useful in terms of in terms of troubleshooting. It's a very big value. It's something that Apple does offer, but you have to download that app separately. AJ Singh says, I'm interested to see your opinion on the Google Assistant. From what I've seen, it looks very nicely done. Well, if you don't have it, download it. You can get it on iOS. And I in fact, yesterday in social, you may not be following on Facebook or Twitter. You should be following across social. But if you saw the demonstration, I basically asked it a question about Pacific time versus Eastern time, and it told me what it was. So it was great. It was Google Assistant was great, but the Siri failed once again. I just count on Siri to fail. The thing I got to get used to the most with this is squeezing to pull up Google Assistant. That's going to be the biggest change for me. Insanely different. The animation timings are just weird. Apple's gone downhill for years. Really excited to try a complete Android experience, says Joshua R. Crickman. So am I. I'm willing to give it a shot. Things aren't always perfect. I'm definitely seeing some things that I would like to see tweaked or addressed. Whether or not they will, I don't know. But I would definitely want to experience something for what it is, not for what it isn't. That's a big deal about the types of switching. We apparently just got a new chatter here, Tidbits. That's an easy handle to remember. I like that. Alexander Holland asks, do you think the Pixel camera will be better than the iPhone X's camera once Google enables the SoC? I think it's better now in many situations. It will get faster, certainly. Potentially even better. They can potentially do even more faster than what Apple could pull off because of the what they're doing with imagery. That I expect to be enabled in the Android 8.1 developer preview, the beta. I don't know if I'm going to install a developer preview. You know what though? For a point version update, I would be inclined to install, like I have with iOS on a daily driver. I'd be inclined to install a Android beta, non-developer. Like, did they do public beta? I don't know. I'd have to look. Got your home mini, but no Pixel 2. Damn you, Best Buy. Yeah, you know, Luckman Patino. I don't know when I'm going to get mine. That's one reason I would like to hold on both the Pixels, because I'll get one free, but, you know, it's like a $49 savings versus holding onto a $600 device that I may not use. That's a big deal for me. I got to know which phone, you know, I want to go to before the other one. And that's something that's only going to happen, you know, with use. That's going to be a big deal for me. Can you? Yeah. See, I like the dark menu more than the light menu. I'm definitely going to be sticking with dark wallpapers just to get the dark menus. Zero doubt in my mind. I wish I could freeze that into place and always have dark menu, but it's just cleaner to me for a lot of different reasons. Until Samsung remaps Bixby. Yeah, we'll see about that. See, I don't know about the squeeze function being remapped like they did on the HTC. I'm just as well using like the double power. Oh, crap. See, that's the thing is you can't. Let's see. Can you do it on? Hang on. Yeah, you can even on the home screen. You can drop the phone. You can double tap to double tap the power button to launch the phone or launch the camera. It's weird that you double tap the power button, it brings you right back into the camera. It's so funny, but it's a very fluid experience. And versus you can't squeeze when you're in camera mode, which is I guess nice because you know if you're holding onto the phone too tightly, it's a thing. Exit out of there. Double press power key for a great quick cam launch. Yep, that's what I'm saying. Chop for flashlight on Moto phones is great. And then, of course, I learned it's the double twist to change to selfie mode. That's kind of nice if you're only holding on to with one hand. Kieran says, I didn't think I'd be getting on with an iPhone without a jailbreak. I was so used to Jank anyway. I am not a jailbreaker. Kieran asked, do you think you'll miss Force Touch? I absolutely would not. Not one bit. Considering I can do much of the same things with like a long press and getting the options here. Like if I long press and hold... long press. I mean, this is what I normally do anyway. It's a hell of a lot more fluid animation than before. That's for sure. Oh, the Pixel 2. So you downloaded it, Liz? You were able to download it? Wait, are you downloading and then editing it locally then, and then you're going to re-upload it with all the stuff? That's great. That's great. Okay, Liz, I'm glad you're able to do that. That's very good. Just try to. I mean, I think it's a 360p. In fact, what you may want to do is actually edit it on YouTube directly rather than locally, because I don't know if it's going to save file size differently or add to compression, Liz. That's something, and if you need me to do that, I'd be more than happy to do it. And I will do it after TLDR, which is going to be over in about 13 minutes. I will tell you, hang on, I need to call Diana. Give me a second, because I'm going to ask her about dinner. Because I'm hungry. I haven't eaten all day. No, I have eaten today, but not tonight, hon. Sorry, period. I know things were going to run a little late, period. Is dinner still an option, question mark. Of course she's going to say yes, but I don't want to like put her off or anything like that. And I don't know if Jedi's laying down, so I didn't want to call her directly. I just figured I'd message her. How's the brightness? Nits Max. I kind of did some comparisons earlier. The Pixel 2 XL is definitely brighter, and I think that's on the spec sheet. Okay, Diana says yes, thank you. She says she's eating. Okay, I am about finished with TLDR and may take a break before I do a podcast recording, like a 15-minute break. I'll eat quickly, and then do the podcast so that everybody who's watching me live right now. You can join me in the podcast. You can just head over to twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo. Have it in the background right now. Just open it in the background. Remember, twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo. And then that's where I'll do the podcast. 15 minutes or so after I end this stream, I'll do the podcast. And I know it's late for a lot of everybody out there. Honestly, I was not in control of when these devices were delivered today. Boy, I don't know, man. This is going to be really hard. This is, I mean, in terms of which phone I'm going to go with. But I love that live Earth. That's so cool. You can see lightning strikes. Oh, that is so my wallpaper. I'm inclined to remove all the home screen buttons too and just use the app drawer. Honestly, I don't like that little arrow. It's something I know I can change in the launcher, but let's go back into settings. Search settings. Animation, duration scale, system developer options, and then it jumps you right in. It's really, really nice how it works. Window animation scale, 1x. Transition animation scale. You know, I'm going to have to tweak with this. I'm going to have to like play with it for a bit, for a long while before I find the animations that I like again. I wish you could remove the bottom search bar. Yeah, I don't, you know, originally I was like, I don't like that at all. But, you know, the more I see it, the more I like it. And here's why. Single-handed use, Google. And then, you know, being able to, you know, do the microphone feature. You know, it's pretty stellar. Having it here versus up here. You see what I'm saying? That just that will make it worth its while. The only thing I'd like to change is its design. I'd like to make it a little darker, a little more transparent, and then change the edges like I can with the icons here. If I go to settings in the new Pixel Launcher, you can change the icon shape to square, rounded square, squircle, or teardrop. So I can go rounded square, which I think would be my preference outright, because everything else is rounded edges. But it didn't change the Google search bar, which is really kind of annoying. I missed the graphic, unfortunately, and it scrolled. Everybody in chat got to see the graphic. Everybody else, not so much. So there's another reason to join chat. You get fun things. Let's see here. What else do we have? We've got about 9 more minutes to ask questions. So thank you for interacting with each other as well, because there are people who are asking questions that I'm not seeing or I'm not able to cover. Michael says, think of how often you're really on the Locker home screen. I doubt you'd ever really notice any battery drain with live. Obviously, it does use something. Well, here's the thing. It's a local resource. Like, I'm not connected to the internet, and it's still working. So whatever it's doing, I'd imagine they've optimized it. And I will tell you this. Like, it's so cool because I have the wrong time on here. I didn't set up the time properly, but it's showing the sunlight and where we are during the day. This is not obviously a live shot, but it's still, I mean, I wish I could kind of spin the globe, you know, like, oh, let's see what it is. But that's cool. That's really neat. Tyler Run says, squeeze my sides and you'll get no assistant, no doubt. Oscar the Grouch says, what would the Apple Watch need to change to be classified as can't live without it? Better animations, less jarring animations, and the other thing it would need is specifically the independence from an iPhone. Like I can use an iPhone independent of a Mac. I can use a Mac independent of an iPhone, but the watch needs the iPhone? Okay. But that really kind of would keep... I'd be inclined to continue to wear the Apple Watch. The problem is I can't. Apple's not going to develop apps for Android. I mean, it has lately to move people off of Android, but, you know, not outright. So I'm not so sure, you know, this is a very good path. You know, and I know I'm not alone for sure. The unboxing stream downloaded 720p for you? Wait, Liz, did it download in 720p for you? Maybe they changed it. I thought, how did it download? How did you download it? Wait, Liz, is Liz listening? Because if we can get it in 720p, that'd be great. Because I thought it was just 360p. You gotta let me know, dude. I may have to download it from you. Just, you know, throw it onto Dropbox or Google Drive or something. 4K video downloader. I don't know what that is. Throw it on. If we don't have a higher quality video speeding cheetah, could you like get a drop? Could you put it on your Dropbox or a Google Drive and we can download it from there? Just like, you know, make it and just send the link or whatever. That'd be great. Oh, Liz says she's over there. Okay. Yeah, because I'd rather have a 720p video because we don't get 720p videos from a download. It's a big deal. Is audio out of sync for others? No, just refresh the feed and it should be fine. Yeah, I don't use a lot of that the software for downloading things. I just download directly from YouTube, which is just weird because it plays back in 720p, but a live video isn't 720p. Yes, boo. Oh, Komita. Okay, well, I'm wrapping up TLDR here, baby. Give me 5 minutes. Actually, it's, about 5 minutes, and then I'll be wrapping up. And then after that, of course, like I said, go over to Twitch, twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo. Follow me there. subscribe while you're at it, and then you can join chat, and then I'll be doing a podcast. I can tell a lot of people go over to Twitch because it says, this person followed you on Twitch, this person followed you on Twitch. A lot of people follow right afterwards. But that's where I'll be doing the podcast after this and after I eat dinner, so you can join. I really think it's cute the way Jedi, she's the one it's great. Diana says, tell Daddy that Comida's done. Jedi, she won't say it's dinner, it's time to eat. She'll say, Comida is great. I love it. It's awesome. Hi, Not Dan. Looks like a new handle. Happy to see you here if you are a new subscriber. I see a lot more subs from Twitch than I do patrons from Patreon in the Discord chat, which, I'm not complaining about. I appreciate the support. Either way, it's just kind of something that I've noticed. And some people even, support me on both the websites. Thank you, everybody who has supported me in whatever way that you have supported me, whether it's, through super chats during this particular live broadcasts, whether it's been becoming a sub or a patron, whether it's having contributed to the device fund. I do absolutely appreciate it. Jeffrey asks, how's instant apps on an Android O? I have to find one first. Find me one to try, and I'd try it. I'd be certainly interested in trying. I just don't know which one to try. The idea is that you can download. Hang on. Diana says, "Bring it up." Should I eat up here? Yeah, just bring it up. I'll have to tell her I'm still on. I'm wrapping up. Where the hell is the? Dang it. Yes, that's fine. Period. I'm still streaming. Oh wait, crap. It didn't say yes. I said yes even after it went. Now I have to go back. Yes, I'm still streaming. Ending TLDR right now. Period. Not sending. I said ending. I'm using the iPad, just so you know. Okay, I'll tell her yes. My desk is an absolute catastrophe. Hang on. Let me take I'm going to take a picture here. Let's see here. If I swipe up twice, and then oops, let's do this. Where do I turn to? There we go. You got to see my desk. Oh, this is horrible. So this is my desk right now. I can't send it to Discord easily, but this is my desk right now. Let me hold it at an angle. I have pixels everywhere. Phones. I've got my Star Wars figures. I've got the eBay box with the Lego Ninjago minifigures. What else do I have? Some of the stuff is there. My duster, a feather duster. This came in the box. I didn't show this off for Project Fi. It helps you get going with Project Fi. It's kind of neat little thing. A little bonus in the unboxing. I'm editing the video and TLDR is playing in too much Chris Pirillo voice. Yes, I agree. Liz, did you find out whether it's 720p or 360p video? That's the one I definitely want to look at before the other one goes public. But it's good that at least one of us was able to get a higher quality video. But you will let me know. Okay. Well, you've downloaded it. You should know. It should tell you. Or you should be able. I may have to teach you how to do information on the video that you downloaded. You basically you select the file and use Command I on Mac OS, and it'll show you the information panel. Ezekiel says, "Go eat, Chris. We can wait." Yeah, I know you said you can wait, but I'm hungry, and my desk is not getting any cleaner. Although Jedi's probably gonna paw everything here. Yeah, there she is. So this is a great way of ending the video with dinner. Hi, Boo. Hi, sweetie. How are you? You want to say hello, Galaxy?
Hello, Galaxy, and Mommy.
And then Mommy Pirillo.
And Din Din. Oh, careful.
Mommy Pirillo.
Anybody who says vegans don't eat well have never known Diana and how she feeds me. Look at this. Quinoa, multicolored quinoa with fresh tomatoes. And we also have some beans. And also some edamame with hash brown potato and
the pile of tomatoes
mushrooms. All good. I'll eat it all. I usually have this type of meal twice a day. I've got spicy sauce on it, baby. I got my Valentina on it. It's a little hot. It'll be a little spicy.
She's having baked fries.
She's having baked fries. Yeah, I think she likes baked fries more. I definitely like the potatoes.
Yeah. She calls it
the hash browns.
Mac and cheese.
Oh, baby. Okay.
She calls the hash browns.
Please, someone GIF that. I need a GIF of that.
All I hear is a crunch.
Well, she's getting around the hot sauce. I'll give her that. You are a Pirillo through and through. Very inventive, this child. You can expect device reviews from Jedi soon. Very soon. Okay. Thank you, baby. I think I can polish the rest of it off. So this is for everybody who tuned in and listened to the entire TLDR broadcast. Sometimes you get surprises at the end of the videos. Some people say, "Why would I watch for an hour?" Because you get things like this.
What is that?
You get to relive moments like that in the live video feed. Yeah. Oh, okay. We're going to go ahead and let everybody go. Daddy has to eat. Daddy has to move on to the podcast. Give me about 15 minutes or so. And we do have a super chat, too, before I wind up.
Lick it real good is what I heard.
Yeah, they super chatted me. and so I had to do that.
Oh.
Santiago Hinojosa. It's a phone. We don't do that to phones. You're giving her a bad idea. No, it's food. It looked like a phone, but it wasn't a phone. It was food. We lick food. Santiago Hinojosa comes in with the last super chat. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I hope you appreciated these final moments of the live broadcast. So wait, okay, we'll do that again. I'll lead into it, and then you finish it off, right? Yeah. And then Daddy will eat. Give me a few minutes. See you over on twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo. That's where we're podcasting. Everyone else tuned out. They missed all the good moments.
Aww.
It's funny. They missed it all.
May the force be with you.
Almost. Oh, yes, that's okay. So I'll say that. Okay, everybody.
I'll say it.
You're going to say it? Okay.
Yeah.
I want to say, see you over the podcast. You know how to join Discord. I love you. I appreciate you. But at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. Now you say it. Now say it.
May the force be with you. Always.